Good morning, it's about 5:40 a.m. Sunrise is at 6:01 a.m. I'm at a place called Bombo Quarry, which is on the south coast, about an hour and a half's drive south of Sydney. And I've come down for a few days, and I didn't actually set the alarm for this morning. Went to bed a little bit later and thought I'll just have a sleep in. I woke up, saw I had time, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to head out and shoot sunrise. Looking at the sky though, probably not going to be much of a sunrise. It looks like a very thin layer of overcast low cloud. If I was going to be seeing any sun, I would have seen it by now. But the good news is this place is amazing anyway. I actually feel like I've left my run a little bit late, but I guess in some ways then you become grateful that the sunrise isn't going off with crazy colour, because I'm not actually missing out on anything. But I've seen these sunrises before where it looks like it's not going to go off, and then just as the sun breaches the horizon, the colours explode. So I'm still not mucking around. I'm doing my best to get there as quickly as I can, and I'm only about 200 metres away now, so I will get there and set up and start talking you through what it is I'm doing. Well, I said I was only a couple hundred metres away, and I guess if you look back there you can see that rock formation, but I think I turned the wrong way and I've ended up getting to a spot where it's going to be very difficult to get through. It's been a while, so it's been a good couple of years since I've been here, and I've sort of forgot how to get down there. So once again, lucky the colour's not going off, or I'd be crying right now. Instead I'm just making my way around, getting some morning exercise, and we'll be there very shortly. So I just turned the wrong way. Those of you that are visiting Bombo, my tip, when you get to the bottom of the stairs, don't turn right, turn left. I turned right, it was the wrong way to go. Seems to be one other photographer down here, which is pretty normal. So yeah, pretty popular place. And the thing is, the colour's definitely not going off as yet. So we'll just have to see if we can find a composition that works given the current circumstances, and we'll shoot. I've got myself set up here. And what I've done is I've put my 24-70 on straight away, because I just know where I am, because what I'm shooting is down this little gully where the water's coming up, and I knew I wouldn't be close enough with the wide angle lens. Now I've got this adapter. There's a big, I don't know if you can see that big ring in there. That's an adapter that takes a 77mm thread and makes it so I can fit this Lee filter kit on there, so I can put my filters in. The tide's on the way in, so that's in my favour. I can see the water really starting to whitewash in front of me, and I'll talk you through my composition. You'll see I've already got it in portrait orientation, and that's because I've sort of decided that what I'll be doing is a portrait shot down this gully. I'm going to get I'd say I'll get the big stopper out, and we'll go for a long exposure to really get that nice smooth silky feel with the water. But yeah, there's no colour at the sky just yet. What time is it? It's like 2 minutes before sunrise, and there's just nothing happening, so pretty sure there's going to be no colour. So this will just be one of those let's suck and see type moments. We'll get the big stopper on and see if we can get a long exposure and something different. Well, I've started shooting. I just wish there was more colour. There's a very slight hue of salmon on the horizon, and it would be lovely if there was more colour. the composition's actually pretty good, but I'm going to shift only because I'm not getting these big rocks on the left, and I think if I go to landscape orientation, it's just going to bring in more of the rocks. It's going to really, you know, give you a sense of where I am. Because where this just looks like a, I don't know, a channel with water coming through it. So I'm gonna change my composition. We'll go landscape and see what's going on. From a setup point of view, ISO is 64, which is the base ISO for the D850. I'm shooting at f14, and that's just because I'm on aperture priority. It's giving me 5 seconds at the moment. I wanted that longer shutter speed to be able to get the water crashing through the channel. I've got my 0.9 ND soft grad on there, just to settle down the sky a bit. But I'm going to change the composition. I've got the 24-70 on, and you know, it's doing a good job. But I reckon it'll do a cracking job if I flip it around to landscape orientation. So the sun is just poking its head up now. It's like this little slither of sun in between the cloud layers. We're definitely not going to get any colour this morning. Pretty happy with my composition now. Got this happening here with all the rushing water, and as you can see, beautiful, the tide's coming in, and then you got this rock formation over here, this side here, and the sun is coming up just there. So it's a shame that the colour's not there, because it would have made a beautiful image, absolutely beautiful image. So I've shot sunrise here once before. I don't know if you missed it, you can go back and watch the video. I'll put a link in the description down below, but I've been here before for sunrise, and I shot from a different location. I shot from over here, and I got a good shot, some nice long exposures. You know, I thought this morning I would just get a different perspective. I did see this composition last time, but because the tide was out, there was just not enough water in there, and having the water in there this morning is ideal. It's a great spot, just watching the waves. That's the trick with this seascape photography, I reckon, is if you time it right, you'll get the waves where you want them, the water running off the right rocks. And you know, and every now and then you just get a big wave come through. You just need to be ready. Here we go, here's the biggie. Sort of fizzed out a bit. Anyway, my settings have pretty much stayed the same. The only difference is I changed to the 0.6 soft grad from the 0.9. The 0.9 was a bit harsh. And I've got my exposure compensation dialed down to -1 because the sky, there was just a couple of patches in between the clouds that was blowing out. So, here we go, here's a big wave. That was blowing out, so I had to wind the compensation, exposure compensation down because I was getting blown out highlights. And I'm still getting a little tiny blown out highlight, but it doesn't matter. It's way up in the sky, and it'll probably be cropped out anyway. So ISO 64, I always use auto white balance, always shoot in RAW. I'm at f20 at the moment just because I'm forcing the shutter to stay open as long as I can, but I'm only getting 2 seconds now because it's getting lighter. So I'm going to stick the big stopper on, and I'll bring the aperture right back down. The other thing is the foreground here is quite close to the background, so I don't want too wide an aperture, otherwise my depth of field will be too shallow and things won't be in focus and it just won't look good. So I've cracked out the big stopper, and I've used my trusty big stopper app, and it's given me a 2-minute exposure, which is working out pretty good. In the meantime, you never know who you bump into when you're out doing landscape photography. This is Gareth. Say good day, Gareth.
Hi. Gareth
was down here. He was the other photographer that I was pointing to earlier that's down here trying to get a sunrise, but unfortunately it has ended up being a little bit of a fizzer because of the cloud layers, and so we saw the sun for about, what, a second.
Yeah.
I'm just doing long exposures now. I've got the big stopper on. Same thing, ISO 64, but I'm in full manual mode. You got to wind the shutter all the way down until it says bulb on your camera, and then I've used this app. So you take an exposure without the big stopper on, and then you tell this app what the exposure is, and in my case it was 1/8 of a second, and it then tells you that you've got to have 2 minutes. So I'm doing the 2-minute exposure, and what that'll do is that'll give me all that water will be really well washed out and nice and silky smooth. Hopefully these will work out. We'll see how we go. The sunrise is well and truly not going to happen. You can see the sun on my face now, so the sun's up quite high. Young Gareth, who is a YouTube viewer over here, he's decided to head off. Always cool when I meet somebody who loves the channel out and about, so feel free if you ever see me to come up and say hi, but so long as you don't mind being in the video, because typically that's what I do to you. I've just been doing some long exposures. I'll show you those very shortly, and that's pretty much all you can do on a morning like this. There was no colour, big stopper was on, and I was just doing long exposures. Unfortunately, with that sun now up in the sky poking its head out every now and then through the cracks in the clouds, it's very difficult to do because I'm just getting blown highlights up there, which make it extremely difficult. So I'm going to have to call it a morning. But it's been a good morning, you know. It's always good to get out and about, see the sunrise, even if it's not spectacular. It's just a great time of the day, and not too many people about, so it's good. Loving this D850. Everything's working really, really nicely. So just a shame this morning that the light wasn't where we wanted it, but that's how landscape photography goes. Now, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You know, let me know down in the comments, what do you do when the sunrise doesn't work out the way that you expected? You know, or when the colour's not there. Do you do long exposures? Do you do macro? I'd love to hear what you guys do when things don't go your way with the sunrise. It's always unpredictable. So leave it down below in the comments. Anyway, you know what to do. Get out there and take some photos. See you on the next one.
Thank you.